computer. Okay, cool. All right. So let's review how this week went, and then we'll dive into snags. And then what we'll do is we'll dive into prospects, your network building, content. That's what we're going to cover today.
Okay. So most days of the week, I added about 75 to 100 people to my group.
Okay. Awesome.
As we know, not everybody joined, and you just add and hope for the best, and I interact with as many as I could.
Okay. So when you say group, you're talking about your personal page, right? Not a closed group. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was supposed to do, wasn't it?
Yep. Totally.
Yep. Other than that, didn't share a lot of content, which is my bad, and I know that. I shared a little bit, not enough, I know.
Let me take a look at your wall really quick. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm listening. I just want to take a look at some things.
Yeah. Other than that, went and saw Gary V and Grant Cardone and stuff on Thursday.
How was that?
It was pretty good. I was probably a little bit disappointed in one way. It was very good. No, it was great. But I was probably a bit disappointed in, maybe it was the way it was all about selling. Yeah.
Okay. You don't like that?
Oh, no, it's fine. It was fine what it was, but it was about on-selling another product, on-selling another product.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So every speaker who was there, every speaker who spoke, which was 5 different people, all were there to sell something else.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, which is kind of what you expect in one way.
Mm-hmm.
But, look, I quite enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
What I didn't do was I wasn't as lucky as my mate, and I never got a photo of Gary with Grant Cardone. He got a photo. No, I wasn't as lucky as that. And I never got a good enough shot to actually put up about with Grant and that sort of stuff. So yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I can't see how many people you're attached to. Do you know what your count is right now?
Yeah, about 2,500. Okay,
cool. Well, you're getting there, so that's good. That's really good. Okay. The faster we get there, the faster this is going to be good. Okay. So I really like everything that you said that you're doing. I like the content. I do. It's just want to make sure you do calls to action, right? Because these things are good to throw out there, like quotes and sharing things. But if you're not driving people somewhere, they don't have anywhere to go. You can't really drive sales. You can't drive conversions, right? So what you can do again is like, if you don't have any content, you can totally share like some of mine or some of Brandon's content or just anybody really. Within our group, because like if I didn't know you and I was just scrolling through your wall, I would think you were like trying to promote this. That's what I would think.
Yep.
So you got to like really kind of like take yourself out of the equation almost, and remember like everything you do on your wall on Facebook or Instagram has to be intentionally speaking to your audience and helping solve their problems. And if it's not, I would really just think about why you're posting it in the first place. Do you know what I mean? And that's like really good content advice. And I actually got that advice from my Instagram growth strategist, because I was just kind of doing that same sort of thing on Instagram, not really thinking about it. And when I really looked at my newsfeed, it was like, yeah, I mean, it's not really conducive to driving conversions. Now, again, you don't need to be me or Brandon by any means. Like you need to be you. But when you come over here, like you can see like what are we talking about here, right? We're talking directly to people like, here's what we're doing. Here's how you can get involved, comments, views, shares, people talking, engaging, doing stuff, getting value. You know, you kind of just have to tell them what you want them to do and then give it to them, really, you know? And again, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but I just want you to think about the impression that folks are going to get when they hit your page, because that's kind of our first way to like interact with folks.
Yes.
And, you know, again, like, I think that, you know, it's totally fine for you, for example, to take something like this, right? And copy and paste this, or even share my video and then put your link, you know, comment below, I'm in, or, you know, whatever. This is Jen, you know, one of my marketing coaches or whatever, or someone in my program, whatever. And then you put your attraction marketing post link just below there or whatever. So it's like, you can totally do that. And it might shake up your wall just to throw a chick on there. You never know, or throw a branded on there, you know, just to kind of like change it up.
Yep.
But that's kind of what I would do. And then again, like, your stories are cool because literally like anyone can see those stories, like if they're set to public. So like the other day I had like 600 and something views on like one of my stories, and I didn't know all those people because some of those people are just random strangers, you know? So the posting to your stories is supposed to be done in the morning just based on your schedule. So let's just kind of touch on that, like what's going on there and how can we get that done this week to make sure that you really like get some traction. Because at the end of the day, I just want you to get some leads, because if you get leads, then you can close some sales and you can make some money.
I'm gonna go back to what you said on the first time is I'll prepare it in the evening and post it in the morning. I think that's the best way to do it.
Totally. So, and you have that PicMonkey app, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because like you could totally throw in like a Grant Cardone post or something. Like sometimes like I have like these like Russell Brunson posts or whatever, and like I'll just crop it or whatever. And like it's cool to throw those up in your stories, but like you just don't want to like, you don't want to like confuse people, and you don't want them to like not contact you, right? Because they're not sure really what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. Yes, because you don't want people confused. You want them to know where you're going. You're not just splattered all over the net.
Yeah, I mean, you really just want to think about like education, right? If it's on your wall, that is education, like giving somebody a skill that maybe they don't have, or sharing some tips and tricks that you're learning from the program. Then you want to do how it's going to help them solve their problems, giving them like that little hook of how it's going to affect them. And then at the end, call to action, which is like, hey, if you want to learn more about this, we do a weekly webinar on Thursday, sign up here, or come check out how you can make, you know, commissions from your phone while you're working your job here, or click this link for more information, or DM me, or, you know, whatever. So just, if you follow that formula, you're going to see a lot better results. Because in the beginning, I remember I was doing videos and I wasn't doing any calls to action at the end. And I remember Brandon called me and he was like, you need to do a call to action or people are not going to respond to you. And as soon as I started doing that, that's when people started reaching out to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other thing is you can definitely copy like my stories or like even Bree's stories and just throw them up there. I haven't checked mine today. Actually, I only did Instagram. I didn't do Facebook today because my son is here today. But let me take a look. So I have like 126 views so far. Three leads off this one post. So I got 3 leads on this post. I got 4 on this post.
Right.
And I got 3, 4, 5, 6 on this post for making money, people that want to make money.
Nice.
So I have, let's see, how many leads do I have already? And it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, and I got 2 on that one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 leads so far today that I didn't have when I woke up this morning from Instagram stories. So I just want you to think about I just want you to think about really, Mick, what's important to you. That's all. Like if making money is important to you, you just got to do the things that are going to make you money, which is like what I like to call, what do I call it? I don't know, like revenue generating stuff, right? Like the content is important so that people understand, and like you build trust deposits in people, and you build like, credibility with your audience and trust. But
Yep.
like calls to action, like having them reach out to you, getting leads and things are really going to come more from like your stories, because you can tell a story. Like you can actually say like, here's what's going on, or here's what's going on, and here's so-and-so's results. And you can leverage other people's results. Like you don't have to sit there and be like, this is just what I'm doing. Like you can say, this is what Bree did. This is what Jen did. This is what Brandon did. This is what so-and-so did. Like you can leverage other people as social proof, because they're all doing it and they're just normal people, right? It's like nothing special about them. So
I shared Bree done a good post on the going to the function on Thursday in Sydney, to the Gary Vee function, and she was walking on the concrete on the path there, walking up to her venue where I actually parked underneath mine, and so she's done a good story walking up to that, and I shared that on the Thursday as well.
Okay, nice. Perfect. There you go. So that kind of stuff. But just remember, like the more consistent you are, like the better result you're going to get, because people will start to follow you, and they'll like, it's basically like content consumption. Like the way I look at it is like, when like you get into a TV show and like you really get into it and you kind of like can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And then you're like, like you kind of like want to like binge watch it or whatever. So I like think about stories and content that way. And if people like come to your page or go to your stories one day and see a bunch of stuff and they're like, oh, that's cool. And then they come back the next day and there's nothing there. And then they come back the next day and there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden on Friday, it's like you kind of already lost them. And then you lost the algorithm too, because the more that people click on your stories and stuff, the more the algorithms will show them your stories first in priority. So like, you kind of want to think about it literally like they are your audience. And like, if you're not giving them something to consume, they're going to go consume somebody else's stuff. So I kind of look at it like that. And it really helps me to remember that in the morning, I have to post on my stories. Like it's not a negotiable. It's not like an option. It's like, if I want to eat today, I'm doing this. Like, this is what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? And again, like, I don't want to sound harsh or anything, but like, you got to really decide how bad you want this. Like, if you want to make money, like this is all you got to do. Like, this is it right here. So, anyways, that's that. So let's, talk about, hold on a second. Let me grab my notes here, because I have some good notes here. Let's see. So we already did posturing. We did mindset. We did your daily action plan. We have a schedule. We talked about targeting prospects, building your network. You're doing great on that. We talked about content. Okay. So I do have a couple questions for you. So when was the last time somebody reached out to you from something that you did, like a post or something like that?
In the last few days, I do have people who do reach out, but it's not really about business related. It's just general stuff.
What do you mean? Be specific.
Somebody reached out and said to me about, it's great going to the Gary Vee. Did you like it? That sort of stuff. But it's been a while since anybody has reached out to me regarding Attraction Amp. It's been a while since, because I haven't been consistent, and that's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think that this is like an ongoing thing? Like, what do you think is going on?
I'm not consistent in posting two to three or 3 times a day at least. I'm not consistent in doing that, and that's my downside.
So okay, I want to make sure we're on the same page. You don't need to post 2 to 3 times a day. You don't need to do that. You just need to post once in the morning on your stories so that people have a chance to see it throughout the day. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you don't have to post 3 times a day. Like, I post like 5 to 6 stories in the morning. I just post them all at one time. Like, there's no need for you to do it multiple times throughout the day.
Okay.
And then just share one piece of content. Like, that's really all you need to do. And then just build a network.
Okay. One story.
Those are really that's the only thing that I did. And that's really the only thing I continue to do. And now the only next thing that I do is now I'm just building a larger audience, like branching out into Instagram and branching out more into like YouTube because it's
Yep.
a bigger audience. But like you can see here, I'm capped out now. I mean, I'm not at 5,000, but I'm about to be. And then I just go through and sometimes I delete people because I need more room, like for new people, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so yeah, yeah, that's honestly, like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like there's really nothing else to do. Like until you do those things, there's really nothing more that you should be doing or, you know, should spend your time on.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. So I just need to be consistent, do a story in the morning, and at least one story in the morning, and just do some random posts throughout the day.
So there shouldn't be any random posts. Like I feel like I want to make
Sorry.
sure that you have a plan because I feel like you are someone that definitely needs to be like have a schedule and like be, you know, here's what I'm going to do today. Like you're definitely that person and there's nothing wrong with that. But once you start doing it more consistently, it'll become like part of your day routine where it's like you're drinking coffee. Like I literally make coffee and throw my posts up. Like that's just part of my day now. So just one piece of content on your wall. And if it's shared, that's totally fine. If it's business related, totally fine, as long as we have like a call to action on it. And you can share your personal stuff too. Like I do, you can see, I mean, I put pictures up of my son and like when we go on vacation and all that kind of stuff, I put that up there too.
Yeah.
But just being present with your audience and sharing something of value. It's either something about you that's personal or something of business value, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Just taking notes here.
Yeah, and I'm going to record. I recorded this as well too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
you could literally see this video right here. Like you could literally, so this is just about like my class, my master class, but you could literally go onto Google, like see my video and you could go Instagram statistics, stats for 2019 or whatever. And you could go onto your page, you could shoot like a 5-minute or even quicker video and tell people like why they need to be on Instagram and then link back to Amped. Like you could literally say like, you guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I wanted to drop some information on you if you're in a home-based or affiliate business. These are some facts that, you know, I was looking into myself when I was really wanting to grow my audience for my business online. And I didn't even realize this, right? But the best place right now to reach people in this age group is on Instagram. There are, you know, over 100 million active users monthly on Instagram. You guys, this is insane, right? 400 million daily active story users on Instagram. Think about that as your audience and who you could attract and who you could put your message or your business, your home-based business in front of, right? Like, and just read them these statistics. Like that could be your content, like literally. And then explaining to them, you know, if you want to learn more about social media and attraction marketing, I linked the site below for you. Click the link below to get more information or DM me or, you know, submit, whatever below, comment, hashtag below, whatever. So like, that's how easy it could be to, you know, throw something up there. Just think about what you know is going to help somebody get to the next level or going to help wake them up to the fact that they need additional training. That is like valuable.
Okay. Yeah. I saw the video yesterday because I didn't spend much time on Facebook yesterday at all, and I actually last night I actually saw your Instagram class, which is coming up. So, yeah, definitely something. Is it something I should be looking at now myself? I mean, I'm interested, but if you think no, I should be doing something else, well.
No, I think right now I would rather you focus on just getting to 5,000 targeted people on your page and just being consistent because you've been kind of having, you know, hard time with that with your work schedule. So I just want you to get into the habit of that first because I just started doing Instagram myself, like literally,
Right.
I just started doing it like a week ago. So it's a very open, like, blue ocean for people in our industry, like in our space. So it's 100% something that I would say you definitely should do. I don't think you need to do it right this second though. What I wish people would do is just kind of focus more on what they need to get good at instead of like jumping all around. Like, oh, I should be
And
doing this, that, and the other. Like, you don't. Like, you have to remember, like, there's levels to this. Like, there's like phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So like what I look at as phase 1 strategies is just like what I started, because I didn't know anything 6 months ago. So I started just doing what Brandon said by building the network, posting consistently, putting out content, and then educating myself every day in attraction marketing and going through training. And then people started reaching out to me. Then I started making money. Then once I hit about 50,000 in sales, at that point, that's when I started running a Facebook campaign, a chat bot, and a funnel to drive more traffic to Attraction Marketing Pro and that business, right? And at that point, now I'm kind of like, okay, well, I'm doing the campaign. I maxed out my friends. So now I'm going to Instagram, right? So it's like there's levels to this, but it's almost like I feel like going to like a buffet. If you gorge yourself, you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel sick, and you're not going to like enjoy the food anyway, right? So it's like take small plates, small bites, like eat that food, let it settle and see the result, and then go get more food. You know what I mean? Like that's the same kind of thing that I like in this too. You shouldn't be doing things when you haven't even mastered the basics yet. And it's okay to not move on until you've done that. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And just because everyone else is doing other stuff doesn't mean you should be. Do you know what I mean? It's just
that's why I didn't join it. I saw the post last night, and I thought, oh, that'd be good, but I didn't. I thought, I'll speak to you this morning and ask you.
So it's like not everything is for everybody in the moment, and that's okay. Like, you know, we all have to understand like where we're going to be best served, and then go take action in that particular space, you know?
Yes.
And we just need to get your audience up and get you more consistent, and you're going to have people reaching out to you. I mean, that's how everybody does it. So, is there any other like thing holding you back or anything else going on, or?
I think just, no, not anything's holding me back. No, just consistent lack of consistency. I think is the key. I get tired and I go, oh man, I just can't think what to post, but I've just got to just put it at front of mind and go, you know, this is what's going to get me out of this. And you know, one thing I got on Thursday from the function was, you know, and you say it all the time. You've said it since day one. You've got to be consistent. And Grant and Gary both said, you know, if you're going to advertise on social media, you must post. You know, must post daily. Or Gary said you must do a video, a live every day. That's what he said. If you want to brand yourself online, he said you must be doing a live every day.
Okay, well, listen to him. He makes more money than I do, so I would listen to him too. But what you're going to have to do for sure is you're going to have to start taking action, because you're still not. And the thing is, like, you have to be the only one to decide for you how much bullshit you're willing to put up with until you're ready to actually make a move, right? Because the problem with having a job, and this is like something I've personally gone through, so I relate and I totally get it, is like, it kind of is like a security blanket, but it also is holding you back from actually taking massive action in your business. Because if you got fired tomorrow, your ass would be on fire for AMP. Like, you would be making moves, because you would be like, how am I going to pay my mortgage or my rent next month? But right now you don't have that, because you still have that job security, but it's not real security. Like, it's not real. Like, you could get laid off. Your company could get bought, you acquired, shut down, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff actually does happen in the world, right? But it's like, you have to decide at what point, like, enough is enough. And nobody can ever get you there but you. Like, I knew, for me personally, once I had my son and I was asking another grown adult, like, when I could go on vacation, that's when I was like, dude, I'm 35 years old. Like, I I can't do this anymore. Like, the money is good, the healthcare is good, yes, but I still have to go ask another grown-up when I can go do something. That's ludicrous. To me, that was ludicrous. Like, I was like, I'm smart, I'm savvy, I can learn, like I can figure things out. Like, I don't need to be told, go here, go there, do this, do that. I don't need that, right? If you give me a path to follow and a blueprint and training, like, I can handle it. Like, it's not a big deal. But I had to make a decision for myself that was like, I'm not going to fail at this. Like, I'm going to make this work because I can't work this job anymore. And the funny thing is, like, it's so much more fun than working a job. Like, this is so much more fun when you actually start making money and start allowing yourself to, get what's coming to you, so to speak, like, as far as the finances are concerned, because once you realize like your actual worth, like, that's when like the real money starts coming. Like, once you really understand like your value in this world and how many people you can actually help, you'll realize that I'm not telling you to quit your job or anything like that, but I'm just going to say, like, you would realize like your job's holding you back, like, straight up, like, it's holding you back. And again, I'm not telling you to quit your job or anything like that, but I'm just saying that it's hard to focus on building something when you are spending so much time doing something for somebody else. And I totally get that. But the cool thing is, again, and I would just want to encourage you, is that this can be done in those hours, before and after. Like, it really can be, if you decide it's worth it for you, right? Like, if this is worth you getting out of that job, and this is worth you having more time and financial freedom to be with your folks and your family and do that, you'll make it a priority, right? But sometimes, and I hate to say this, but you got to hit the rock bottom before you'll make moves. And that's just what I see in a lot of people, because people don't tend to go hard until it's so uncomfortable that they can't handle it anymore. Like, if you've got a foreclosure notice on your door, you'd probably be working harder than you are right now. Because
definitely, of course, you're going to save your bacon, aren't you?
Right. And so it's like, I'm happy to continue to coach you. I'm happy to sit here and talk to you. I'm happy to give you strategies. I'm happy to give you step by step. But I think the one thing that will help you more than anything is making a conscious decision that you're really ready to win and that you're really ready to do this. And until you like mentally go all in, I don't think your situation is going to change. And that's just me being completely honest with you.
Yep. Okay.
So again, I am super, super happy to be here for you and help you. Like, we have more topics we can cover next week. I would really focus on trying to get to 5,000. You're really close, and just posting consistently. Look at my stories, like look at Bree's, look at Tamara's or Tamara's or however you say her name. She has really good ones too. She has really good ones too. And just see what happens. Like shock yourself, right? Like, I would literally say, like, look at the kinds of responses you get when you start to post more, and like start to be shocked, like, wow, this really does work. Like, this isn't a joke. Like, this is people responding to me. People are reaching out to me. And I would like to see that. Like, I would like to get like a notification from you where you will send me a post that looks like this. Like, hold on, I'll send it to you. Like, something like where you're like, wow, Jen, like, look what just happened. Because I get these posts from other people all the time where they're like, wow, I just put this out and I got like 5 people that reached out to me about it, So you just gotta show up and just claim it. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta, I would write down your why and look at it every day on my mirror if I were you. I don't know. Do you have your camera on right now?
Yeah.
Can you see me or no?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, I don't need to see you, but I'm going to take you into my bathroom because I'm going to show you like the power of like visualizing your goals, your whys, and your money. Okay. Because I taught Brie how to do that. And this is when she started making money. Okay. So in my bathroom, I have a, mirror right here, and I have a big one over here. All right.
Yep.
So I have my like statements here that I need to remind myself of every day. Now for me, it's going to be different from you, but mine is being humble and kind, being thankful every day, no excuses, learn something new every day, pray, love my son, work out, okay, YouTube videos 3 times a week, okay. On the other side, on the emotional intelligence side of what I'm personally working on is controlling my emotions, being a cleaner, controlling the game, not them, meaning don't let people control my calendar, getting in the zone and mentally staying there. Okay. I look at that every day when I wake up so that I don't forget what I'm doing. I remember who I am and I know what's going on here. Right. And then my goal board, I have my businesses and the revenue that I want to generate so that every time I make a sale, it comes off of my monthly goal. So for AMP, my goal is 30,000 this month. Okay. So I'm making sales, right? I'm deducting that money off. My media business, I have a goal of 10,000 in sales. I'm already at 5,000 for the month for that business. My Instagram coaching, I have a $5,000 goal for that business. I've already hit 2,500 for that. So it just shows you when you actually put it up there and it's visually there for you to look at, that it's more attainable, but it's real because it's not some pie in the sky thing that you're just thinking about. It's actually there. And when you make a sale, you can check it off and you can like tell yourself like, I just did that, right? Like I just made that happen, right? And there's validation in that for you to know that you're hitting your goal. Like maybe you just want to make $4,000 this month, right? But like if you write that and you visually are looking at it every day and then you write it down, you subtract off your goal when you make a sale. And then I also have people that I'm closing, I put them on my calendar. Next week, I have a girl coming in at 2,000, 1,000, and 2,000. And I write that down. Like I write down their names. Like I keep track of these people. Like, you know what I mean? So you want to make it real if you want it real, if that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Do you think that's helpful?
I think that would be massively helpful if I do that. Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. So I want you to write your goals. And I want you to send me a picture.
Okay. We'll do.
Cool beans?
Cool beans, mate.
All right, cool. So I'll see you same time next week, or do you want to do an hour later?
Can we do an hour later? So to your time?
That's totally fine. Okay, so go look at my post. I sent you one too. I want you to take a look at that.
I will. Yes.
And yeah, I want you to win. Like I want you to win.
So do I. I want to win. I need to write down my why properly, focus on my why, and post and get my shit, as an Aussie would say, get my shit happening.
Get your shit together, man. Let's make some moves. Let's make some money.
Exactly right. Yes.
I love it. All right. So I will see you next week. Just focus on the only thing you need to focus on is just the things you need to do. Don't focus on anything else. Okay. Don't overcomplicate it. All right. And if you need anything, just send me a message. Okay.
I will do. Let me know when the video's up, eh?
Oh yeah. I'll record it right now. My son's still sleeping. I just have to put it onto YouTube.
All right. Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks. Bye.
Yep. Bye.